Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Postal Brain Damaged. It's been a tad bit since we've done this, and I'm pretty sure I read all of this. Yeah, the dipshit season. Yeah. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we read the location information thing. So this is Search for the Cure, right? I think that we're on. Wow, I'm missing every shot. I know it's been a slight bit since I've done this. I've not really been up to par with getting things done, but we are now currently working on that. I guess I should say by getting things done, I should mention more so in the regard of getting the main stuff done. And boy, it will be a little difficult, but not by much. I absolutely adore this game, full throttle. So the chance of me getting this game series finished, or this game in particular finished, I should say, you know, can happen pretty quick. By the way, aim for the head on the 5G towers. And just because, since we did get them unlocked, I think I'll just go ahead and look at them real quick. 5G tower. Apart from being a formidable enemy, it's the thing that allows Bill Archway to watch you masturbating your loneliness in a room full of cheese puffs and used tissues. That's funny because two of those things I don't even do. As in, I don't just eat cheese puffs and I don't have just used tissues lying around. If I'm going to jack off and I'm going to shoot into a tissue, it's most likely going to get thrown away. I'm not that disgusting. But anyway, so now we're back in this crap hole. This level is not too bad though, actually. As much as it seems like it is quite filled, I would say, to the not to the brim, but it's definitely filled with enemies, no doubt. But that's more so later in the level that it gets kind of obnoxious to deal with things. And the 5G tower, I should explain real quick. I believe that 5G towers can summon enemies too. I think they summon the vaccinated, as they call it. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, though. Oh, god damn it! Let's just get rid of the fart guy real quick and just get rid of these guys because these guys are just obnoxious anyway. And they are sending down obnoxious gas fumes, so being obnoxious just happens to be the thing that they are really good at. And of course, we got an Illuminati man, so gotta get rid of him real quick. Still don't really get that reference, if that really is much of one. I mean, from what it sounds like, it just sounds like, you know, oh, I did you, but I don't know if that's supposed to, if it's just supposed to be just that, if there's like maybe something more with it or not. Quick pills, we picked that up too. Let me think, where are they hiding at? There they are. I forget exactly what they're supposed to do. I'm not going to read all that. I'm not going to find out. We can just do it and find out that way. I forget exactly. I think it might be armor. I don't know. It's been a bit since I've actually used them. So, I don't know. I'm going backwards here. Yeah, funny enough, I know it hasn't been that long since I've done Postal, but it just almost feels like it has because I've been doing a lot of Undernight stuff. And I did finish Undernight, by the way, for those that are curious. And you'll probably end up seeing this. You'll see this video way before you'll probably see the end of Undernight. But, well, Undernight's done now. We have another character coming out this year. I forget exactly when she's coming out. She looks great. But, all the DLC has been pretty damn good so far, except for Laundrykia, but that was from back on the Undernight 1 DLC. That was not Undernight 2 DLC. He was a character that was introduced there instead, so there's nothing up here, don't worry. There should be... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, there should be, like, some crawlers around here somewhere, but no, it's just a couple aliens, so not too hard. They can be parried, of course. I mean, just about everything in this game can be parried. But still, I keep forgetting I have no flashlight. Let's talk about some other things, I guess. We could talk about things I did today, or just at the very least, maybe some YouTube stuff. I don't know. I think YouTube stuff would be something we should probably talk about. I am thinking about adding one more thing to my little collection of things to do, but we'll see. Yeah, I know. Uncharted 4 should happen at some point, and I'll probably end up keeping the cutscenes for Uncharted 4 because I've done that for, I think, all the other ones. So it might be best if I just keep that in there. And Uncharted, for the most part, usually is pretty good when it comes to, well, the quote-unquote movie-style gaming thing. I like Uncharted a lot, but yeah, I need to get back to doing Uncharted 1 playthrough because not for Turd Monkey, but for hardcoring, because that's going to be important to get done. I'm still, like, I think on chapter 10. Luckily, that game has a chapter select, so if I really wanted to, I could just go back and Like, I can just go play the game, go beat all of it, unlock the chapters on Crushing, which is weird. 'Cause, okay, I don't have all the save data for it because I switched over consoles a while back and forgot to send over the save file I had for the collection that had stuff on it. Okay, so it's slow-mo. Oh. I mean, it was called Quick Pills. I probably should have realized that's what it meant. Yeah, not many people are probably going to watch. I mean, there's a good amount of people that like my Postal Brain Damage stuff. It's great. It's pretty much, I think, right now, currently, it's the main audience on my channel that has been unfolding, I guess, or whatever. That sounds weird when I say it that way, but I have been gaining a main audience that does like my shooter content, which is great. And there's like a few people that do like my fighting game stuff, but that's just gonna happen. Fighting games are not gonna really get me anywhere in terms of audience stuff, and I never expect it to. That's why I just like playing them on my own and doing. You know, I don't mind doing it for my own sake. So that's why they get done when they get done, and why I don't have really like a sort of obligation to doing them. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay, well that sucks. Yeah, I can't crouch or nothing. I'm just gonna have to reset that. Which should be... Yeah, okay, should be fine. We're at the door anyway. Don't worry, I'm not mad. Like, I don't... Views are not everything to me. I know it makes it sound like it is, but it's not. But I do tend to kind of... If I want to go do something, I'll go do it, regardless of views. Like, that's just how it is. But I will admit that there are times where the motivation is kind of a little bit lesser because of the fact that, like, nobody really cared. Like, if I put effort into something, not just like a... Let's Plays have no effort in them. Let's be real. These things have, like, zero to any sort of effort whatsoever. It's just like, I'm just playing a game. There's nothing really here that matters. If people want to watch it, they'll watch it and have fun, and that's it. End of story. But it's one of those things where, like, if I put effort towards something, unless I really liked that thing myself, it almost does feel like kind of like a kick in the pants. Like, oh, well, I guess that was just not successful enough because, you know, YouTube likes to be that way. So... But again, views are not everything to me. I mean, if it was everything to me, I would have quit years ago. Like, I'm dead serious. If you look at my views on my channel, you'll be like, wow, this guy's been doing this shit for 15 some odd years, and he's still doing it regardless of not having a million subs or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's because it's a hobby. Like I said, sometimes it is a little daunting or a little, you know, upsetting. Where it's like, man, I thought, you know, I was hoping people would like this, like, a lot. Or want to go see this, but it can't happen all the time. I'm just going to go ahead and just get rid of these guys real quick. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just bitching about things that don't need to be bitched about. It's just typical. But back to YouTube topic. Doom Dark Age has got an update. You got Horde mode now, which looks fucking awesome. And you even have, like, extra little quality of life stuff where weapons switch faster now, which is really nice. So by the time that I get to playing Doom Dark Ages for the channel, because I still plan on doing it, by the way. Once I finally get around to doing that, we'll actually have better stuff. Not this part coming up, but the part later coming up is going to be really irritating to get through. I'm trying to remember what guns I had. I know, no reason to waste a penetrator on these guys because these guys are just like a couple shots, and they usually just die pretty quick. Yeah, let's not do that. That about fell off there. Let me think. There should be, I believe, maybe possibly one secret. Speaking of stuff, there's 4 posters and 5 secrets here. And I haven't found a damn thing yet. Which makes me wonder, did I miss them already? I don't feel like going back and just doing everything all over again just to go find. But there should have been... It's very possible I might have missed a poster because this is me we're talking about. But I don't know. I don't think so. I have no idea. I'm scared. I'm scared to know that I probably did. But worst come to worst, I can always just go find out a different way. I mean, I could... for the sake of the video, I'll go backtrack a little bit. We'll go backtrack. I hate to do this to you guys, but let's just... I think the secrets show up much later in this one. But poster-wise, that's what I'm worried about. Because I feel like poster-wise, there should be at least a poster somewhere nearby. I thought. I don't think it's like in the beginning area. I think this is just completely nothing. So we should be fine there. I can go back to the house and check, because usually if there's going to be anything anywhere, it's going to be the house. But I could just go take the ramp way there instead, actually. Yeah. I could have sworn there was a poster in the house. Shows what I remember, huh? Maybe not inside the house, but at the very least, somewhere around the same vicinity as it. Like, posters are mostly noticeable. I guess not. Oh, damn, okay. That is weird. Did this level just not have a poster for, like, a long time? Or even a secret? It's very likely. Not that it can't happen. Yeah, I can't really get up there, so I'm just gonna continue on the level like normal then. It's one of those, like, if I end up not 100%ing it, then I guess it's not a big deal. I mean, I would love to 100% this, the whole thing. But I have done all the stuff before. So, like, if you're looking for Postal Brain Damaged secrets and posters from a quote-unquote reliable person, I say reliable, but more so like, you know, I have actually done it. If you want to go see that, I do have videos on my channel that are dedicated to it. I have a dedicated playlist to it, but I don't have it on my front page, though. You have to dig a little bit, but it's there. Or just, I think, type in my name, Brain Damage, and it should come up. Now, this next part is going to be... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Good thing we got that one, huh? This next part's going to be fairly annoying. So, like, I like to do this. I like to start off my fight by just taking out the Nurse Joy as fast as I possibly can. Unfortunately, the Illuminati head guy is going to be down there, but that's fine. Take down the Bloodborne enemies quickly, too. And if need be, just go ahead and put down one of these and have these guys just kind of run into them. That sort of thing. Shit. Oh, yeah, by the way, the shovel can block damage. I think we talked about that before, maybe. I might have. I don't know. I kind of want to play Bloodborne again a little bit, but every time I play Bloodborne... God, fuck. Sorry, I did a lot of commentary today. I finished up Unist. My voice is all fucked up now. I want to... Like, every time I play Bloodborne, I just end up not really getting bored of the whole game, but just more so like, oh, I've done this before a million times. Damn it. I just don't really feel like doing it right now or anymore or anything like that, so that's something I kind of have a problem with. By the way, over here I think is our next secret. Yep, here we go. Our first poster and a secret along with it, which is really nice. There should be nothing else in this area besides just that. So make sure when you first arrive here, you just go straight up to the waterfall area, and there you go. Now, there's two different ways to go, and there's multiple enemies, so we're going to go this way. Yeah, I know I'm a bad parry guy, but it's fine. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate when they do that. They squirm around like that. It's really annoying. Let's see. Other YouTube stuff. I talk about YouTube stuff like all the time on here, it seems, but I'm just trying to make sure that we all know, you know, what's going on, I guess. What's good in the hood, so to speak. Everyone's kind of up to date, even though I'm doing it, like, in the middle of a playthrough. Yeah, funny enough, I don't really use quick pills very often. And by the way, there is a gunslinger sniper somewhere around here. Oh, come on, that's bullshit. Stupid rocks protect them or something. Yeah, there they are. So, I'm going to want to snipe these guys. But if you snipe these guys, they will, I think, activate everybody else that's around them. Which is really annoying. And just in case... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do both. I have the armor somewhere. Or I don't. What happened to my armor? Did I use it on accident? I'm going to go back down here real quick so I can pick up this stuff, because we also have enemies down here too. It's just crawlers. So, I know, not really a big deal, but definitely something worth at least dealing with. And they're really annoying when it comes to this stuff too. Like, yeah, 3 pistol shots is enough to kill them, but they like to kind of stay alive, I feel, a little more often than they should. Sometimes they're the type of enemy that just gets away from a lot of my stuff. But yeah, if you come down this way, you'll have to fight crawlers. So I hope you're prepared for that. Hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. It's not a big deal, but just them existing is annoying enough. Because like I said, I hate fighting them. But yeah, I had a pretty long day today. Well, not really long day, but long enough day. I finally went bowling again for once. I might even go back at some point. Who knows? Think about it, because I was like, damn, we ought to do this more often. I mentioned this in my undernight stuff, but you know, I really need to really truly get out more because I'm feeling the effects of just. I mean, I've always been the type to kind of get out and do stuff, but never to like an extreme matter. You know, like I'll go places on vacations or stuff. Like I can. It's not impossible for me to do that. I don't do it all the time. That's certainly not something that I would consider impossible. Like, if people wanted me to hang out with them, go somewhere, it's like, alright, you know, depending on where we're going, I guess. You know, I could, for the most part, do it. So, it's just that now I'm trying to take matters in my own hands and just, I guess, just do a few extra things on the weekends just to kind of get away. Because, man, like, for sometimes, some weekends, as sad as it sounds, on some weekends, I just end up just staying here. And then, like, sometimes, like, typically on Fridays, you know, we'll record stuff, right? We'll record stuff on Friday or whatever. Which I still technically have a chance to probably grab my friend and maybe do some extra co-op stuff with him. But I don't think he's going to want to bother with it. I don't know. Like, usually on Fridays, we just kind of do, you know, we hang out, record co-op crap, and then we just kind of move on from there. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, it's like, well, I'm kind of stuck having to find something to do, which ends up usually just being, oh, I'll just record stuff, I'll do backlog stuff, you know, that kind of thing. Just do the norm. But now it's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe changing up the Friday formula just a small bit, give myself just something a little extra outside to do for the sake of actually just doing it. You know, because we won't live long, so why not do it now, right? Or we won't live forever, I should say. I think I should have probably worded that better. That's what I meant to say, was we don't live on this planet forever, so like I gotta go do at the very least something. And the problem is, like, my brother is kind of the hard one to get to want to do much. Sometimes he'll be a little bit more like, alright, fine, but there are times where he's just, you know, like, nah, I don't want to do all that. That's too far. I don't want to do all that. It's like, god damn it. I mean, I can go places by myself, sure, but I feel like it's better just to, you know, hang out with your friends while you do it too. Also, I don't think it was the fact that he, I think he does something still. I think so. Why does it do that shit? I understand that I'm clicking stuff, sure, but at the same time, it's like, god damn it, can you stop? Make me switch weapons when I click. It's really aggravating. Aim for the head, though. That's usually, I think, where typically it's being pointed at. But I believe that the 5G towers make it to where the enemies are, I want to say they might do more damage. By the way, there's a secret nearby, so I'll go grab that real quick. I'm just kind of goofing off right now. Nothing special. Fuck me. These goddamn gunslinger bastards. To be fair, if I had headphones in, I would have probably noticed that he was there, but I do not have headphones on, so I could have sworn that the secret was nearby here. You know what? I think it's up that way. But yeah, we went, like I said, we went bowling and stuff and did like 2 games worth. It was quite enjoyable, but my wrist hurt. And then just last week, we all went to the zoo, and that was alright. I wouldn't say it was like the most exciting thing I've ever done, but it wasn't super expensive, so for 3 people, you know, it wasn't that much. Bowling wise was, but you know, it's gonna happen, I guess. Yeah, the secret I think is this way actually. We got a couple assholes to deal with, so be prepared for that. Okay, never mind, wrong side. I think it's down, like, you gotta go to like down here or whatever. Here it is. And there's a little mine thing. If I had to guess, a very educated guess, it's probably most likely what you think it is. It's probably a Minecraft reference. Maybe. I don't know. It's not very on the nose about it, but I would wager and say probably is. 3 out of 5, 2 out of 4. Okay. So most likely the next 2 might have a poster in it. If we're lucky enough. Next 2 secrets, sorry. It's funny, I think when I do these videos, I think I bitch about the same things over and over again. Like, yeah, my brother doesn't want to do much, so we just don't. But this time we actually did. I think I sound like a broken record now. Seems to be the case. I don't mean for it to be that way, it just accidentally happens, because it's like, I'm just saying, you know, that's just what happens. Yeah, by the way, don't forget that there's a thing back here. As annoying as it is. You gotta watch out for it. This part's really irritating later, though, so... It's mainly these fuckheads that kind of ruin everything. More so than, you know, every other enemy. It's funny, I didn't want to do a Postal Brain Damaged Postal Difficulty Guide because of the fact that my parry was so terrible back in the day. And it's like, well, look at me now. I'm not even doing it now. So, there's really no argument to be had about playing this in a terrible way. You dumbass. I think we came from here, maybe? No, this is something else. Okay, this is where... Yeah, this is where the dogs are going to be at. This part's really annoying. You'll see what I mean, because there's like just tons of gunslingers and a couple dogs. And I probably should save the minigun for maybe later. Which I probably should save a lot of stuff for later, actually. Nah, fuck it. Already whipped it out, might as well just use it. I usually tend to kind of prefer to use it for the wave fight that you have to do when we get to it. And there is a dog right here, so... Blast his ass. There we go. And, of course, a veteran. And that should be it. We got the poster that was nearby, which is down there, of course. And, yeah. By the way, I don't want to spoil the idea of what the next thing I have in mind is for a Let's Play that I want to do. Just do one more extra little thing. But I do have an update video that will probably explain that better. So, it's planned. It might not happen, but it's planned. Yes, I have an idea for things. And I have other idea for things, too, actually. I have a ton of ideas of things I want to do. It's just a matter of doing them, actually. So, be prepared, I guess. Alright, so now we get to fight the alien guys. So, this is technically a new enemy archetype here. The alien bros. These little fuckers are really obnoxious. And here they are. Wait, what? The Zeta Reticuli Gray Trash. Yep, that is a creature from outer space. Just don't try to play her some synthwave that would work in the 80s. Now we only have her nostalgia. And they have giant, big fucking balls. So, there you go. And yeah, the shovel goes birds, basically just saying like, hey, you gotta use the shovel to cut down trees. And the meme is not funny. So, it's an old fucking meme, but yeah, really obnoxious too. Just kill these guys from afar because it'll save you the trouble. There should be no secrets here on this area, but there is, I think, secrets up here. I think you have to climb this. Because there should be... I thought there was. No, I might be thinking of something else. I could be thinking of something else. Something later, maybe. Well, whatever. We're going to go do our thing, and if we have to go back and backtrack to find secrets, or whatever, then I can just easily do that. This room is also a nightmare. I hate this place. So hopefully you got stuff ready, because it's going to be really annoying doing all this crap. I could have sworn the enemies spawn down here. Like, I thought there was a fight. I guess not. Is he holding... Yeah, they're all holding their balls. Oh yeah, Fallout is getting a Doom conversion mod, I guess, or something. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like a Fallout, like, Doom-like game. Like, yeah, yo, sick. Like a pixelated Doom game, or Fallout game that's first person. That sounds awesome. And then I saw the gameplay for it, and I'm like, oh, it's really slow. I mean, I guess it's Fallout, but, like, it doesn't need to be that slow. Like, when I think of, like, boomer shooter type things, I think of stuff like this. Like, if you're gonna give us a boomer shooter type thing, it should definitely be, you know, a boomer shooter. That's all I'm kind of wanting out of it. Real quick, another enemy type. Gray trash disguise. They're among us, licking away our sanity away with their long and coarse tongues. And sometimes they have, like... I could have sworn they had a Postal guy, like, you know, his t-shirt, like the alien on his t-shirt. I could have sworn that was a thing that they had, but I guess maybe not. And that's, of course, where the eye was. So we're going to go back around this way and get out of this little shithole. Although I think this might be... There might be a... I don't think there was a secondary thing. I don't know. Yeah, parrying these guys is really obnoxious, though. Yeah, they're just hanging out over here, it seems like. Yeah, they do that little blast thing. It's not too bad to deal with, but when you're in a giant group, having to fight like a big giant group of guys, I can see when it gets kind of to be annoying. Yeah, because this is where the eye was, so like... Is the way around really that fast? Yeah. Okay, it just never seemed like it was. Huh. Very odd. Alright, so... This fun part. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta turn around here for this next secret. Jump down a little bit. Just a little bit. And there you go. There's your next secret. And I don't think there's a poster here, though. There could be. But you just get some more tags. Some tracking devices. We have one more secret to go, and looks like one more poster to go, too. So, honestly, we are on track for getting this done. And make sure you drop down just a little bit so you can kind of, like, launch yourself up. And there you go. And that is one out of the 3 eyes we need. So we can always just go get the next 2 and not have to do the fights yet. Although I could, you know. What the fuck was that? What the hell just happened? Just in case I don't get dogged on here. Okay, yeah, fall off again. That's great. Oh my god. Can I just get away from these fucking assholes? Please? There. You know what? We'll put the eye in. Why not? Okay, actually there's 2 eyes, because there's already one that's already plugged in. But I might as well just go ahead and do it right now. Just so I can fight off the first fight. Yeah, I think the 5G guys, I think, might give extra damage to enemies. I think. Let's do quick pills, actually. I think you can also combine stuff, too. No, you can't. I was gonna say, what if you do quick pills and then I do the double gun thing? Or whatever, but I think that just turns it off completely. But fire could probably be beneficial enough. Especially these assholes, because, you know... Anything to stop them from just doing anything would be very helpful to me. Yeah, they just keep spawning in. But again, I don't think it's the tower that causes, like, these types of enemies to spawn. I think it's... He only spawns in the vaccinated, maybe. Are you fucking kidding me? This damn far back? Why? That seems a little excessive, don't you think? I mean, whatever. Like, I mean, that's fine. Who cares? Oops. What the... Well, either way, we could just hop back at the secret and get it over with. Not a big deal. And this time I'll use confusion instead. When I do the wave fight. That way... Okay, so that arena down there, it is annoying, but that's not the arena I was thinking of. There's an arena that's coming up later that I am not really fond of, to be fair. Also, I was watching a thing today, as cringe as it is, but it's another Asmongold thing again. It's like, ugh. But, I know. But, he was reacting to, like, Al Bundy from, you know, Married with Kids, I think the show was called. Just acting like, whoa, you know, people back then were pretty crazy about this type of stuff. I was like, yeah, but, I mean, I don't know, it's not that surprising. It's not that crazy, I feel, the things they said. In my opinion, like, I don't know, maybe I offend, you know, a little less so than most, but either way, I don't know. I honestly believe that these types of people like Asmongold and all of them, I'm pretty sure they just overreact for the sake of doing it, which I know that's a pretty common thing that's been talked about before to death, so I'm not going to add much to that. I'm just saying that there's no definite way, like, I mean, come on. It's just... My strange hatred for streamers is kind of funny. I don't know. It's hard to describe it, but I just... Like, you could say, like, well, you know, look at you. You're just a Let's Player. Like, what do you have going on, you know? Like, you're nothing compared to them. And sure, you're right, but something about the idea of streamers, I don't know why. They just never do anything interesting. But I think what I'm getting at is mostly just react streamers. Which, that's true. They don't do anything. But, like, I'm the same type of guy that watches VTubers from time to time, but I usually don't watch streams. I typically just watch VODs, or at the very least, clips. So, I'm no better myself in that regard, but still. I really don't watch streamers that often. The idea of streaming has just become so cringe to me. It's annoying. Because all the people that usually do streams tend to be cringe. And they tend to kind of stick with this cringe way of doing things, too, that I don't like. It's hard to describe, but, like, you know, Twitch chat type stuff. Like, everybody having these dumb emotes. Yeah, I sound like a boomer, I get it, but I don't know. Hey, once again, that's just my own opinion, so don't worry. I'm not... Like, if you do it, that's whatever. You know, if you like streamers, that's whatever. I'm just giving you my opinion about things. Which is partly why I don't stream very much, because I feel like streaming chat typically kind of ends up being a lot more wound up and a lot more aggressively angry. And even, hell, like, to an extent, even the streamers tend to be a lot more angry. Like, trying to watch Critical back then when he started his streaming thing, it just always seemed like someone was pissing him off, and he would just get pissed and just say something dumb and then just get, I don't know, just be too pissy, I guess, for me to want to watch. It's like, that's no fun. So yeah, my hatred for streamers is interesting, I guess. I just find them cringe, that's all. Because I feel like a lot of the content that people typically make just doesn't end up being anything worthwhile. It's like, oh, watch me play a game. Which can work, depending on who... Okay. Let me end on this. It really depends on who it is. It really depends on who the streamer in question is. Because there's a lot of people out there that just stream and just have nothing of value. Like, they just do it for the sake of doing it. To try to get views. And they just sit there on their ass and do nothing. I don't know. Like, Again, this is funny coming from a Let's Player because I'm not really adding much either. I'm not really adding much either. I know that. I'm more than self-aware. But, I don't know. I feel like there's maybe just a little bit more effort that you put into things like this. But it really depends on who's doing it. And what the thing in question is. And I guess speaking of streamers, just to make myself even more out as a loser, I'm not a big fan of speedrunners much, but it's funny because I've been watching some ESA speedruns from Crash, of all things, and I actually enjoyed those. So, yeah, and speaking of streamers being angry, I get the feeling like speedrunners are the angriest of them. You'll make a slight, simple, small joke or something, and they'll fucking blow off on your ass. Like, you could just say something along the... Not even a joke. You could just say something like, oh, what's your PB at? And then the speedrunner would be like, you know, bans you from his chat, calls, like, he just, you know, calls you a cuck. He basically just pulls a pirate software on your ass. And just gets all offended for no reason for something so small. That could just be a case of, like, the way that streaming kind of is. It kind of houses a lot of toxic shit. And I know that from experience because I've streamed before in the past and had a lot of people that just kind of came in trying to, you know, piss you off on purpose. Because I guess, you know, they could talk to you right then and there. So getting a little anger out of you is something that they just kind of want to do. Which is partly why I stopped streaming, or didn't really care for it for a while. Because of it. So, it's sad, but people like to ruin things, man. And of course, you know, with this idea of the stream ideas I've had recently, like, maybe that will probably bring me back into the limelight of doing it. And the other thing too, like the good thing about streaming is at least if you're a content creator, in all technicality, you can at the very least get your content done, so to speak. Like you can easily just do this, what I'm doing right now, and it can just be a upload on its own. You know, you don't have to go back through and edit said video or anything like that. You don't have to worry about editing unless you said, you know, a slur or something. Which, you know, probably happens like 9 times out of 10 on a stream. But all things considered, you know, it's just as easy as just like, oh, here I am, I'm doing my thing and I'm done. But like I said before, I feel like what ruins it for me is people. They just get a little too in your ass sometimes too, and kind of ruin it for you. Ruin the fun. There wasn't a single poster or a secret over there? Are you kidding me? I think the last poster is at the end, maybe. Because we're getting close to the end of this level. Thank goodness. Not a bad level, just obnoxious. But then again, what isn't? Kind of a long one, too, actually. Look at A, dude. Yeah, luckily you don't have to fight, like, you don't have to fight another wave, thank goodness. But even then, still, I have stuff to deal with these guys. As we all know, that's just annoying enough, as is. Okay, if we go down here, that's pretty much the end of that. So if I don't have 100%, then I'm basically screwed. But I can't think of anywhere I could possibly have 100% on. I'll save it. Sure, why not? Yes. Okay, let's go try this out. Like, I know for a fact the last secret... Well, okay, I don't know that for a fact. I'm pretty certain the last secret is in here. Just gonna blow his ass up, see if that actually works. But the poster-wise, I don't know. There's no poster, so we must have missed it somewhere because that's the end of the level. I could have sworn there was a secret here too. What the fuck? Wait, you can't go back up? Oh. I guess I never really caught that. So we missed one secret and possibly one poster. It's got to be on the UFO thing. That's what I'm thinking. My only guess is the UFO area. Because I could have sworn that there was a secret over here somewhere you have to go get to. Wait, you have to launch yourself up, I think, to something. Right? Like it's one of those... Ah. This is going to be difficult. Not gonna lie, I don't really know how I'm supposed to do this. I think we take that one. Maybe. Like, I think we take that other grapple hook to get to it. Oh, that's gonna be fucking annoying. I'll save the game again, because, you know, just in case. No, it's got to be this one. Unless there's, like, another grapple hook I'm just not seeing somewhere again. But it's got to be, like... Look at that shit. Or do you climb from the tree? You probably climb from there, actually. Hold on. Because I remember the UFO being a thing. Like, I remember this being a thing you have to kind of, like, climb on. So, maybe... Ah, you bitch. Come on, get up there. Get up there, you fat fuck. Yeah, okay. I think it was just climb on it. Okay, well, look at that. Alright. They were having a good time in here, I guess. So we got our... That's our last secret and the poster. That one's obnoxious, though, because I always get to this UFO and I'm thinking, like, oh, there's got to be something over here, right? Like, I could have sworn there was. And then I completely bypass it like a moron. But, hey, we 100% the level, so that's good. But, yeah, look at that. See how you're... Oh, come on! See how basically you can change your trajectory depending on where you're looking. You can change a lot of that. It's really nice. So, for those that are curious about, like, how do you do all those weird jumps, that's how you do it. You gotta kind of aim it for it to work. Alright, into the toilet. Into the turret. And that should be, I think, level 8, right? Oh, anyway, on to the next one, I guess. Let's see. Oh, yeah, because I have not played it today. I have to watch the whole thing reload again. And looks like... That should be number 9 then, maybe, right? Because coronavirus is right there. Area 69. Here we go. Clever 20, huh? So, was it all true? Every conspiracy theory there is. Lizard men, Illuminati kissing Lucifer's heel during Freemason rituals. Aliens, hell, even Mike Pence. It's true. All of it. And what's more, the ticket to Browntown must be hidden somewhere here. I saw my counterpart disappearing into this secret base. So, next up is this location. Area 69. Yep. SIP is next. Okay. Area 69 is no joke. This is the place where all the lizard people are taught to act like normal, everyday humans. Anyway, that'll be it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for some more Postal Brain Damaged. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.